welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla.
I'm Big Daddy.
We are headed to my doctor's appointment this morning after a eventful morning. We finally got to leave my doctor's appointment. I'm late. It's supposed to already be there. I'm supposed to already be there, but I'm late.
It was unavoidable.
So anyway, we'll get there. I'll be back later. I wish I was here, but instead I'm here at the doctor's office. Hey guys, I am back from my doctor's appointment. What a crazy morning we had. It was it was a crazy morning. At one point I was like, I'm not even going. I'm not going. I got up this morning, got my shower, got dressed, and I was so happy about what I was wearing because I was wearing those 2X pants that Mary had sent me. And so I love the way they fit on me, and it was, the first time I was wearing some clothes that actually fit me to the doctor, because I've been wearing these clothes that are like way too big. And so I was glad I was wearing some clothes that actually fit. um, and then I had that shirt on. It's a black and green shirt that I have that I got for a special event we were attending, and that shirt fits nicely too. And so, I felt like I was looking all cute, as cute as I can be, to go to the, doctor today. And so Big Daddy hooked me up to my formula since he was, home. I normally don't get formula during the day, but since he was with me, I could get some formula while we were at the doctor's office. So he hooked me up to my formula. We got everything situated and we left out. By the time I walked out to the truck, my clothes were soaked. My shirt was soaked. My underwear, my pants, my shoe was full of formula. It come unplugged, and if you don't plug it up tight enough, that's what happens. And it happens, you know. I mean, you have to deal with that whenever when excuse me, when Elijah was little, we always had accidents like that too. Sometimes that, happens if you lay down on the bed. So anyway, we had to come back in, and if we had left at that time, we would have been perfect on time getting there. But we had to come back in. I had to get a shower, and I was so upset by then. Big Daddy was like in there trying to find me some clothes. I'm like, I'll find my own clothes. I didn't want him picking my clothes out. That's very sweet of him, but on the other hand, he don't know what I want to wear. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, got my shower and dried off and all that kind of stuff, and a rebandage around my tube and all that. And then I had to find some clothes, and so I had to get out a pair of 4X pants, which are too big for me. So I knew I was going to be having to hold them up the whole time. And so I was so aggravated. I was like, I'm not even going. He's like, oh, yes, you're going. I'm like, no, I don't have anything to wear. I'm just not going. And he's like, well, you're going to the doctor. I was just upset and frustrated and just, I could have just said forget it and went to bed, okay? But he made me go. So we went, and I had a good visit with my doctor. I love my doctor. He has been with me for all these years. Like, I guess 20 years, I've been seeing him. And so he knows me. He had a student doctor with him today, and he told her I was his most severe case. Not what I want to be known for, but, I guess he was trying to teach her some things and let her, in on some things about me. So he had this little discussion with her how I was his most severe case and, whatever. So I did tell him about all the pelvic pain I've been having and all that kind of stuff. And so he looked at the ER reports and all that kind of stuff. And then he asked me a whole bunch of questions to determine if he thought it was the bladder or the cyst or whatever. But he did put in for a referral for me to see a gynecologist. So they'll put in, make the appointment and send me the appointment, and it could be another month. Those things don't move fast. They move slow, unfortunately. Probably depending on how busy the gynecologist is and all that, But so anyway, we did talk about that and talk about if it's a cyst, it may have to be removed. And I pray, and I'd ask you to pray also, that it shrinks and whatever cysts do that go away, I don't know, that I don't have to have surgery, because nobody wants to do that. I don't want to do that. Even though it's laparoscopic and it's probably not that big a deal, it's still a big deal to me because it's my body and I don't want to go through it. I go under anesthesia enough as it is, and I don't want to, do it if I don't have to. But yet I got to get rid of this pain because it is very annoying. Even when it's not like excruciating pain and it's just like enough to let me know that it's still there and it's hurting, that's annoying because I just can't enjoy whatever I'm doing or just be relaxed because I have that pain going on, right? So anyway, he asked me a bunch of questions, and there was a couple of them that were really funny, and we had some good laughs and all that. But I talked to him about the home health thing, and yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I don't qualify, because I don't qualify for other services or other, like Medicaid and stuff like that. I'm not old enough for Medicare, I don't think, but Medicaid, Medicare, whatever, I don't qualify for any of that stuff. So, and yeah, that's what home health does, and it's just not going to benefit me in that aspect. But I'm going to keep them for now because I will have that RN nurse that comes out once a month to flush my port in my chest here. So that'll be good, to keep that flushed and not let that get clogged. The LPN, I mean, she just comes and checks my blood pressure, but I don't guess it's really hurting anything except for I'm paying her to do that. I pay her $10, my portion, after insurance pays. My portion for the LPN is $10. I thought it was $9, but it's $10, and my portion for the RN is $13. And that doesn't sound like much, but it does add up, you know. That puts it at like $43 a month for them to check my blood pressure and flush my port. But flushing the port is very important. So anyway, I went over my feeding tube supplies with him and told him, you know, that I need to get set back up because I've been paying for those out of pocket. But now that my deductible is paid, that Blue Cross Blue Shield will pay a percentage of the supplies, but not the feedings. So he wrote me out a prescription for each item. And so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these prescriptions, but I'm going to ask the nurse today. She's coming in a little bit, and yeah. Anyway, we'll get it sorted out whatever way, whatever happens, I don't know. But so today is supposed to be a Happy Meal video. So I have a couple of things here I wanted to share with you guys and just say thank you very, very much. I have a card right here, and this is from Miss Linda. Sometimes it's like life is 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Oh my gosh, is that the truth? You are so right. In those frustrating moments, it can be easy to forget how far you've come. Yes, but promise me you'll never forget how amazing you are and how many people care about you, because a lot of people do, especially me. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you so much. Linda and Betty White, that's her Maltese. Her Maltese name is Betty White, and I love that because I love Betty White. Thank you so much for this card. It is a beautiful card, and the message in there is just awesome, because you know what? I have come a long way, because some of you guys may not know. I don't know if it was 2 years ago. Maybe it's 3 years ago now, or was it 2 years ago? I can't remember. I was in a nursing home. Was it 2 years ago? I'd have to look it up to see. It was either 2 or 3 years ago. At this time right now, in April, I was in a nursing home. Yeah, it was bad. I was very, very sick. I was sepsis, whatever you call it. I had had like 5 surgeries back to back trying to fix my feeding tube. I had cellulitis throughout my stomach, and my feeding tube was not, my formula and anything else was not going into my abdomen. It was going into my body cavity. And so I was a very, very sick woman and was in the hospital for a while. And then they sent me to a long-term nursing care facility. And I was on TPN feedings, and that is, it's this yellow liquid, kind of like an IV, but it's not like an IV. It goes, it hangs like an IV and goes through the machine, but it goes into a midline that goes into like a main artery or whatever, and kind of just feeds you that way. It was a very, very hard time. It was. And then I went into this nursing home, and it was during COVID, of course. Everything's during COVID, right? And so they did not allow visitors on the weekend. So I was not getting to see Big Daddy on the weekends when he was off. And then visitors was over at 6 p.m. Well, he doesn't get off work until 5, and it takes him an hour to get to our house, and then that's even further from our house. Not that he was coming home, he was going straight to the nursing home. He was actually leaving work a little early so he could get to the nursing home before 6 p.m. He would get there about 5:30, but we couldn't visit because I was like, okay, help me get cleaned up, help me get some new pajamas on, help me do this, help me do that. So he just came in, helped me, wash up, get a shower, or clean something up, and get new pajamas on and get back into bed, and it was time for him to leave. And they would not make any exceptions whatsoever about that. And it was a very hard time. That was just the most horrible thing, having to be there. And so I ended up leaving the nursing home before I was like released. I mean, the doctor knew I was leaving because the doctor come around and I told him I'm leaving, and he was like, "Are you sure? You sure you can go home? Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, I can go home." Okay. In all reality, I left way too early. I was so sick when I came home. I didn't have any business leaving, but I hated it there so bad. I wanted to be home. I left. I mean, he released me and signed me out and everything. It's not like I left against their orders or will. He just knew I was leaving, so he agreed you can go home. And yeah, I mean, in reality, I know that I left too early, but I had to come home. I had to come home. And so, yeah, it's hard to, imagine that just 2 years ago I was in a nursing home, and here I am. So, yes, I have, in those frustrating moments, it can be easy to forget how far you've come, but that's true. I've come a long way. But thank you so much for this, Linda and Betty White. I appreciate that so very much. Anyway, just got off there. And then I received this pack of yarn from Mara, Mara, I believe I pronounced Mara. And she has a YouTube channel called Mindfully Crocheted. And Mara sent me, I had to take the tag on it so I wouldn't lose it. She sent me this Premier yarn that is so pretty. I did have this on my Amazon wish list because I saw some Premier yarns and I love the colors of them. And so I was thinking, I wanted to make some things with those. So I'm going to pull one out here and we're going to look at it. Well, it's a bag in a bag. Oh, that's so soft. Now, this came from Amazon. Like I said, it was on my Amazon wish list. This is Premier Puzzle, 328 yards, 100% acrylic. Y'all, this is soft. This color is Pool. It is blues and greens. And some gray. And some of the blue has a little whitish mixed in it. Some of the blues has some yellowy green maybe. And then some yellowy green and gray and blue and gray. And it's a 5 bulky and it is really soft. But y'all know what? I was thinking this would make a very pretty sea turtle, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna make a plushie with it. I don't know if it's gonna be a sea turtle for sure, but I will make something with it. I'm gonna make a plushie. So anyway, there's 3 of these in this pack. That is really, oh gosh, it's so soft. They have a baby blanket here on the label made with it, but I think I want to make a plushie. I don't want to make a baby blanket. So thank you so much, Mara. That was so sweet of you to send me that. And like I said, her crochet channel is Mindfully Crocheted. So you can go over there and check out Mara's YouTube channel. But thank you. Guys, Then I'm wore out. I'm wore out. That's what I am. I'll be honest with you. I'm wore out. The home health nurse is supposed to be coming to take my blood pressure in a little bit, and I'm gonna see what I can do with those prescriptions my doctor wrote me. I don't know, and see if we can't get my feeding tube supplies coming again without me having to pay out of pocket. I'll still have to pay my portion, but it won't be full price, you know. So anyway, that's it. That's it. I'm done for the day. I'm going to probably go put some pajamas on, get at my desk, get me some tea, and find something to watch. Probably watch some YouTube videos because I hadn't watched any today because I hadn't been home. So I know some of my favorite people have put out videos today. So I want to, you know, get cozy, get a project, sit back, relax, and watch YouTube videos. And then after I watch those, I'll find something else to watch and just relax. Big Daddy's going to work. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a beautiful day to crochet, and I hope you all are having a great day. And I hope we all have a great week to come. I have some videos planned out for this week, so I'll see you guys later. Bye, friends.